Hey everyone, it's McKeown. I am back again today with another video. Today's video is actually a video I had filmed about a year, maybe 13, 14 months ago. It's of a single family house that I actually lived in for 2 years. Spent those 2 years remodeling it, kind of room by room. I did a video walkthrough that I just really wasn't in love with. We're gonna kind of tune it up and release it here today. And I'm just gonna kind of give some feedback too. I've had tenants in there since December of last year, so about a year now. They're on an 18th month lease, and then I'll give you kind of a little bit of an insight on what my plans are with the house moving forward. You have a second living space when you first walk in the door. We went ahead and painted the entire house. In the first bedroom of this house, we went ahead and basically did the same thing. We painted the entire room, ceilings included, as well as new baseboards. Also right next to this bedroom is a second bedroom. We really just copied and pasted what we did to the first bedroom to the second bedroom. However, this particular bedroom had kind of a laundry chute, an old school laundry chute on the exterior of the bedroom. We went ahead and enclosed that and made it into a larger bedroom closet. Moving on down the hall, we hit our first bathroom. We went ahead and just gutted the entire bathroom here. The only thing that is still standing previously was the tub. So we're talking new shower tile, new floor tile, new vanity, and new toilet. When I first moved into this house, the living room and kitchen was actually done all at once. It was the very first thing that I updated in this house. The biggest thing for me is I wanted to at least have some aspect of this house updated when I moved in. So went ahead and did the kitchen and the living room all together. Back in the day, probably in the 80s, this house was not this large. It actually had an addition to the house. That's why these two large pillars are in the middle of the living room. And the last thing I did in this house was the master bedroom. So the master bedroom was where I actually worked out of. It's where I slept. It's where I took a majority of the time spent on work and business was in my master bedroom. So that was the very last thing we did. We went ahead and did new carpet, just like we did new carpet in the other bedrooms. But with the master bedroom being so large, we went ahead and actually took a little bit off of the master bedroom and made it a large, massive walk-in shower. And then the existing bathroom, which had a shower, toilet, and a vanity, we just did a double vanity and a toilet. So I wanted to go ahead and give everyone kind of an update on this particular property. It's been a little over a year since I rented it out. I wound up getting about $2,600 in rent on this particular unit, $2,550 to be exact. They signed an 18-month lease, so they will be there through the summer of 2021. My plan is actually going to be to sell this particular house in the summer of 2021 to technically take advantage of the 2 years that I lived there. If you live in a house for less than a year, then you're gonna pay short-term capital gains. If you live in a house between a year and anything less than 2 years, you're gonna pay long-term capital gains, and anything beyond 2 years of the last 5 years, this all being spoke about is within the last 5 years. If you've lived there for at least 2 of the last 5 years, up to $500,000 per person, you will pay no capital gains. I spent about $30,000 to $35,000 in remodeling the entire interior of the house. Very minimal expenses in terms of maintaining it because I had updated the entire house, and obviously, as I mentioned before, a lot of the CapEx had been taken care of before I even purchased the property. So I'm expecting to get that $30,000 to $35,000 back that I put into the house, but also the past 3 to 3.5 years of appreciation, as well as just being fortunate to buy the right house in the right area. I'm actually going to wind up probably around $70,000 to $80,000 in appreciation, as well as difference in principal that has been paid down. So in the summer of 2021, I should be walking away with a little over $100,000, maybe $110,000 from this property. All of that's going to be tax-free, and what I'm intending to do with that is roll that into my next investment. So this single family house that I bought in the winter of 2017, fast forward to the summer of 2021, probably won't make the purchase until maybe the end of 2021, but I'm looking to actually add to that $100,000 or $110,000 in active capital as well to put it down straight into a fourplex that will be new construction. So what I'm going to be actually looking to do with that fourplex is I'm just looking to leverage a larger investment property to continue to help me snowball. And by snowball, I'm talking about jumping from a $200,000 investment property that has about $100,000 in equity and using that $100,000 in equity plus some additional capital to go probably buy a $1 to $1.3 million fourplex that's new construction. The intent with new construction is I'm really looking for a property that I'm going to hold long term. Obviously with this single family, I held it for only 3.5 years and sold it, but as a fourplex new construction, I'm gonna be able to leverage a much higher loan amount. I'm gonna wind up jumping from $2,550 a month to close to about $10,000 a month in rent. So some people may be tempted to use a portion of the proceeds or a little bit of the profit that they may make on real estate transactions and go and just kind of splurge a little bit. So for me, my intent long term is to own as many rental properties or as many what we call doors as possible. For instance, a fourplex would be 4 doors. So I'm moving from a single family, which is 1 door, to a fourplex, which is 4 doors. And I'm also jumping to a higher loan value and a newer construction investment property, but I'm not going to use any of that money for personal use. It's going straight back into my investment portfolio, and my intent is just to continue to have that investment portfolio bring me back income and use that income to further my investment portfolio. There's no hard and fast way to really invest in real estate. If you are brand new to real estate, I advise that you do as much research as you can. Connect with maybe a local real estate investor or a local real estate agent that is familiar with investing. I just picked up as many books as I possibly could on real estate and real estate investing. I attended local real estate investment meetups, and I actually did as much networking around town as I could with other individuals that just had more knowledge than me. So my advice for you today is if you've not invested in real estate, maybe if you've never even purchased a home, because purchasing a home can be a true asset and great investment. Not all homes, but reach out to me, whether it be on Instagram or the comments below. I'd love to have a chat with you. I'd love to show you what real estate investing can really do for you. This is just a little bit of an insight on one particular property and what it's been able to do for me, but I'd love to help you. So make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.